when you're talking right now, you will see the the microphone already there, sensitivity, whatever. Just make sure it's on automatically determine it input sensitivity. Like that thing is checked on.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay, then there's not a whole lot you can do right now. What we can do is after this, we can probably do it manually and tweak it to your level. But this should be fine. I think as long as you're a bit like the way you're speaking right now, you're fine. 99%, you're fine.
Let's focus on the draft now
Yeah,
because it's happening. Yeah, we'll
and
fix it
I am
later.
already live. So okay, we have Aquino sucks. Oh boy, who is this? This is definitely
This is
Derp.
Derp. Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. And the
Persians are
Marv is
banned. What?
who could? Oh,
Oh, we're
so
gonna see Aztecs.
Guys, I will be back in 5 minutes.
Okay, sure,
Alright,
sure.
sure. So Joe probably saw the Persian douche Marv pulled off yesterday, so he's really afraid.
Marv
No, I
banned
have no
goths.
idea.
What?
We have Persian and goth ban.
This is ridiculous, man.
Does that make any sense to you, Moji, or is it just banning civs that
Oh.
you won't play anyway?
Well, no, because it's I mean, the guy who picks first, the guy who picks second should always ban Aztecs. That's because otherwise the other guy will pick them. And here you actually you can't do troll bans because at the end you don't like pick one civ, ban on the fourth civ, like you did in Master of Arena. So it's so these are much better civs for Marv, in my opinion.
Aztecs, Malay, Teutons, Burmese. Okay. But hey, we got Slavs and Celts on the other side too, so gonna boom the shit out of those civs. But then we have Aztecs, right? That would make sense.
These are basically the top 3 civs, in my opinion. Aztec, Teuton, Malay.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Well, so Slavs are good. Like Slavs can compete with anybody except Aztecs. But yeah, this is big advantage for Marv, I think.
Oh boy. Okay, I think they're done.
Basically, Marv should just play the first 3 civs, not Burmese. So Aztecs, Malay, and Teutons in whichever order he wants, and that should give him the edge, civ-wise.
Okay. Is there any matchup from Marv that he doesn't want? So any civs that he don't want to play against?
He probably doesn't want. Well, maybe Malay versus Scouts, that might be a problem. But otherwise, no. I think Teuton can beat any of those 4 civs. Aztecs can obviously beat any civ from Derp. And yeah, so maybe he should go Teutons first, Aztecs second. I think that would be the safest choice. Or Aztecs first, Teutons second, whatever. And then Malay as an optional third game.
Okay. And what do you think about Celts in 1v1 Arena in general?
Well, Celts are a powerhouse in post-Imperial, obviously, and they do have Heresy, so they're not so bad in defending Monk Rush. But they still kind of struggle against all-ins, like with certain unique units, like Celts versus Turks is a problem, or Celts versus Spanish, but Marv doesn't have those civs. So yeah, Celts are fine, but versus Aztecs, they die to Jaguars, versus Teutons, they die to Teutonic Knights, and basically they can't go for their standard like Woad SO combo because all those civs from Marv have Redemption and good monks, so they can just convert siege onagers, so they are not such a good choice in this case.
Okay. And what would you...
Alright, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's all. So just in case the map is bugged, I will come in here and I'll say, okay, stop the game. Map is bugged for any player. Okay? Until then, Go ahead. Have fun. Good luck.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Yep.
The thing is that Slavs... Oh, that's me, or what's that?
No, that was me. That was me. Go ahead.
Okay. So Celts do have Heresy and Slavs don't, but Slavs have a bit better eco and they have their own monks. So sometimes you can go monks with Slavs as well. Like you can't just get monk rushed because you can counter monk rush and do just fine. Of course, not versus Teutons, but let's say Malay goes monk rush versus Slavs. It's not so bad, right? But if you're Celt, then you have to do other stuff. You have to do like light cav, towers, defensive castle, things like that, and it can get ugly.
Okay. And would you also agree that the Slav eco bonus of better farms is more effective, let's say, than the Celt?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Because food eco is harder to make, right? You need to create farms. Yeah. So yeah, it's much stronger, much stronger.
Okay. And about the Mongols pick there, would you say that he is for a very early rush, so early tower rush
Well,
with the Mongol
here's
hunt
the
bonus?
thing. D3rp is a bit of a micro nerd, right? And he really likes civs, a bit like Dobbs, if you know the player. And they
Yes.
really like the strategies where they do. He probably, if he's gonna pick Mongols, he's gonna do like Castle Age, Castle, and try to do some crazy micro, maybe against monks, maybe against whatever with the mango die. And it can work in Wololo Kingdoms, but it's not like particularly smart strategy to do. But it's something D3rp would think of or he would want to do it. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Let's see. The game is launching for me.
Yes.
Aztec
Okay, so
Sun.
yes.
Want to do the maps, or what's the proper procedure?
Yeah. All right. Let's. I'll start with King Marv's map. He's playing as the Aztecs in the northeast of the map. So first thing to notice that this is really a square that he's in. This is not the usual arena where you're just have the very safe wood at the back. So it's more to the sides, and he doesn't really have that much space in the back. And let's look at his mineral resources. His stones are both forward, main stone inside, second stone outside, but very close to his opponent. And the main gold is, let's say, at the side, also a bit to the back, but also harassable from the left side. So all in all, I say it's not a very good map. Yeah. What do you think about D3rp's map?
Well, this is like for both of them. This is a trash game. Like all stones are forward. They're super close. Both civs are actually Slavs don't want to let Aztecs do something like a fast Imperial or something. I'm not even gonna comment on the other resources because the stones here are key. So if they scout
Okay.
properly, I think D3rp should absolutely trash, and probably Aztec as well, because whoever trashes and if the other one doesn't, he'll take him off all stone, and Aztec can still deal with that. By the way, look at Marv, he's idling. Didn't have the third sheep in time.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, but in general, this is like big advantage for Aztecs. Like any other outcome than Aztec win means that the Aztec player messed something up. Like you already want to have a close map with the Slavs, so the Slavs can just free boom for some champs or something. Slavs can never win with monks versus Aztecs, and you can just or either trash or you can go monks or fast imp or whatever. Aztecs has big advantage here.
Okay. And also one thing, King Marv already scouted both stones. I think if he were not a Meso Civ, he would not be able to scout the stones. Is that correct? The main stone of D3rp?
Yes, well, maybe that one tile. No, I don't think so. No, he
I
wouldn't.
don't think so. No. Yeah.
Yeah, let's check the scout line of sight from the Slavs. How many tiles is it? 3, 4?
Where is it?
4 tiles at the furthest. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he wouldn't be able to
Okay,
see.
guys, I'm
Yeah.
back. What did I
All
miss?
right. Welcome back. So we're in the first game. We see Aztecs for King Marv and Slavs for D3rp. And Moji already said that this is very likely to be a trash game because all the stones are forward for both players.
Makes sense, yeah.
And they both scouted each other, so
Yeah.
I mean, even
I
if
mean,
you don't, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the Aztec stone is in range for the scout even in Dark Age, and the Slav stone it's in range for the eagle.
Exactly.
So I guess they both scouted. Let me check.
One little 2 cents. Any of you noticed they actually forgot to use the Titanic version, which is completely all right. It's up to them. I have no preference over there. But then this is what happens: that you lure a boar from outside, and if D3rp was to trash, well, there's the gaping hole in the wall over there. He could wall it, obviously. But then this is what happens: that your zebra is out, deer is outside, and your boars are kind of on the edge of the maps. But I guess it's their preference, right?
By the way, D3rp did not scout Marv's forward stone actually.
Yeah, only the second stone.
He's gonna go for trash. But let's see.
But I guess he'll scout now. I doubt he'll lure the last deer in. So I think he'll go scout now.
Second lumber camp coming up. I don't think it's.
Yeah, so he's not rushing, no, and also the second boar is very late. So, and Marv.
Now sending a fourth village. Oh, they just realized that they have this in arena. Yeah.
Yeah, neither of them are actually going to trash this game, which is interesting. Because if one guy trashed, he would take opponent completely off stone. If you think about these two civs, they all have very powerful eco, so it's easy transition from a trash to a castle age, especially if you don't do any feudal army. You just make a lot of farms, and it's easy to click up, and you have map control. So I think trash would be the correct choice here.
Yeah, makes sense.
But seems like no one is going for it.
But what you want to do as a Slav, like I have no idea. If I got this map in a random game and saw and scouted this, I don't know what I would do actually.
I don't think for Slav it's the best choice to trash Aztecs, honestly. You could just go for Eagles and Rams in Castle Age.
Yeah, I know, but you can't do much else. Like now, Aztecs will like you can't go light cav on this map, right? They're too close. It doesn't make sense, especially against Aztec monks. And you will get rushed somehow. And even if you don't get rushed, even if Aztec just booms, you don't stand a chance against Siege Onager and Elite Jaguars, or just monks and Jaguars, basically. So I don't know. I don't know what he's planning on doing. He's probably he's probably hoping that Marv will do some all-in and fail, and then Slav Eco will take over, something like that.
Do Slavs maybe have a window of opportunity in early imp, because getting Jaggers out will take a while, right?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Because
Yeah,
I think they are pretty slow.
Yeah, with those Aztec Eco is also very good. But so the problem is that their castles have the minimum possible amount of hit points, so they get trapped very easily. And as we said, both stones are forward, so it's not easy to secure them both. But anyway, Aztecs should not pure boom. They should do double monastery, probably workshop into a boom or something like that. And then eventually transition to Jaguars. That's probably how I would play it as Aztec.
Okay.
Okay, and how would you defend being the Slav player in this case?
So I would trash in feudal. Now, since he didn't trash,
what an
I mean,
answer.
it's really hard because he will take him off stone, right? Even if he just monk pushes him, so you can't do towers, you can't do a defensive castle. Obviously, I don't know. I mean, it's on a it's really hard to defend with scouts or light cav against Aztec monks, and impossible with crossbows. So.
Oh, interesting. We have an archer range coming up from the Slav guy. Is he going to do like a siege tower or something like that? Because he's putting that on the back. Probably he doesn't want to show it or something like that.
So now Marv just needs to do like the most standard monastery workshop rush, and he should win the game, because crossbows really don't kill monks with 50 60 HP.
Right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it's really hard. And yeah,
I don't know if you read the comment. Marv was having such an issue with that deer, he couldn't lure it, and then said these effing deer, and then D3rp was like, get wrecked. Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go. 7 on gold. That means old school monk rush, in my opinion, guys.
Yeah.
I think he's just gonna do archers to deny his forward, probably. Or just
but he doesn't have to do forward. I mean, he shouldn't do forward on this map, right? It's so close. Just do it safely inside.
Yeah, sure, makes sense, makes sense. I would not go forward, honestly. And even a siege tower will come probably too late. He will have his buildings up already, I think.
Yeah, but he's 7 on gold, the Slav player. I think maybe he still wants a siege tower. I don't know. It's obviously too late, but yeah, it's possible. Let's see. So his best hope right now is that Marv is just going to boom, and then he can surprise him with some sneaky expos or something like that.
Well, I mean, if you don't have TCs, like in this case, probably because he's gonna play a monk rush, I guess. I think the crossbow could even work because his map is pretty exposed. His mingled is close to the walls,
Yeah, but
and he's not fully walled. I think he will take some damage because you need some time to get some monks out, mangonels or whatever.
Yeah, but
And the
they
guy
clicked
already
up
has like
at
3
the same
months.
time. So they clicked up at the same time. So they will both have a workshop.
Okay,
Uh,
there we go.
What is this workshop from? They're in the back. That's a weird one.
What? TC workshop, man.
Yeah.
It will take 2 years to reach
Oh,
those
three
walls. Oh boy,
monasteries. Oh,
triple monastery. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh.
imagine if
And
those
he's
archers were
playing,
in
guys.
front. This is a mistake. Like, imagine if those archers were there, right, where he's building monasteries. He could deny all three.
Yeah.
What I've learned from Modri is do not castle drop him because that's what Modri does. As he pointed out, don't open your base like that. Don't put buildings forward like that because I tried. I think that was my only game I rage quit when I tried to castle drop you, Modri, and you were waiting with a monk and a mangonel in your base. Remember, as Italians, I think.
Yeah, I
Long
think I
time back.
remember.
Yeah, very.
Yeah,
That was my only game on
we were
Voobly.
like
Yeah.
5 o'clock on the map, right?
Yeah,
Somewhere there.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was my only game on Woobly that I was like, all right, minute 15, I'm out. Oh boy, by the way, look at that trade.
Yeah,
2
Marv lost his
months.
first
Yeah.
2 monks. That was very bad.
But you gotta do a workshop, especially against D3rp. D3rp is the kind of guy that really likes ranged unit micro, like Dobbs. This is not such a surprise. See now he's gonna get 2 more vills for free. And now, did Marv do Sanctity?
Not yet.
Not sure.
Yes, he did. He
check.
did.
He did?
Okay, so he's
Yeah.
yeah. So this is already a bit of a Titanic. Like, this is not something you do. 3 monasteries, and he's open, by the way, on the right side of
Yeah.
the monastery.
By the way, what do you think about this 3K Siege workshop from Marv? The placement of that workshop?
Let's look at this engagement.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Okay.
Not like this, dude.
This is terrible.
Bye
This
bye,
is-
monk.
Lost like 5 monks already, man.
Oh boy.
And look at what I said, man. Look at those gold miner over there. I think
Yeah,
he's
but that's
kill it.
completely Marv's fault. He even opened the wall. I mean, it's not like D3rp is playing this perfectly. it's the other way around. Like, one guy is just a panic.
Oh boy. It's gonna be pop 10 now.
Also, a Scorp would be better than a Mango now in this situation.
Yeah, and they should also try to re-wall his map and make sure
But-
no more crossbow are gonna get in.
But it's not over, by the way. Even if he loses 5 more vills, which he will, yeah, for sure. Oh my god,
No,
the Mango
those
now.
monks. Look at that monk and the scout.
Oh boy. Calling the
Oh.
GG already.
Nah, please, Marvy, what the
But
hell?
he shouldn't resign. He could still win this game for sure. With this Civ, yeah, for sure, he could still win.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy. Lucky as hell, he says.
I don't think he was lucky. Why did he open the walls? I don't get it.
Yeah.
That was
And also,
terrible.
he said that the conversions were like unlucky for him, that they're not happening conversions. But like I think that was standard for converting a scout. Like he should not let his monks out one by one into a scout. So it's very
Well, I mean, it was like 6 crossbow against 2 monks. What are you expecting those monks to do?
Yeah.
Convert all 6 of them?
Also, I like that D3rp when King Marv got 1 conversion, he was targeting that monk, but he needed 2 shots to kill a monk. Then he changed the target because this monk had already converted and was out of faith. It's very good play by him. Because like this, he could deny the second conversion, so he only lost 1 crossbow there.
We have Casey Uron in the chat as well. He's saying Celts and Burmese in the mix. No Brits or Turks. Nice change. And Casey Uron, it's 0 for 1 for D3rp. 1 for D3rp.
I'm talking to D3rp, and he said he was expecting this.
Oh boy.
Like, for Mark to open the walls for him, and yeah. Okay, so now it's a problem. Now he has to probably pick Teutons, and he will be against
Maybe Celts, in my opinion, because I think he's gonna play safe. I'm not sure. Maybe Spanish? I don't think he's gonna pick Mongols against those thieves, honestly. Maybe Spanish, Malay. What would you pick, guys, to play safe after you won the first game?
Well, with those civs, I'd probably just pick Celts. They're like,
Right?
although knowing D3rp, he will probably prefer Spanish or Mongols, just his style. He likes the micro ranged units.
Yeah, we saw that playing Slavs going for Expo.
New meta, when to because why not?
Yeah, he was adding his second TC just then, but he also added a stable. Just a quick thought, what do you guys think about that? Adding a stable before the TC just then?
Who was Slav?
D3rp was adding a stable after the crossbows.
Yeah, so he was kind of all in. He had Marv open, so he thought, okay, maybe I will lose that crossbow army. I need to do light. That's what I'm saying. If Marv didn't resign, he could still win this game, I'm sure.
Mm. But he would have definitely had to plug his wall.
Yeah, but because D3rp didn't switch into Boom, he was like 10 wheels ahead maybe, and Aztec monks can deal with that. Like 5 Aztec monks is worth 10 normal armies, so it's still an open game, but Marv kind of rage quit.
Blaming the map and the luck.
I do hope they pick the correct map this time. And not that it would matter so much, but it would help them for sure. Both of them. Oh boy.
He was probably planning to go Siege Tower, but after he have seen those 3 monasteries, he decided to don't go for it because he scouted them really early.
So
Otherwise, this Siege Workshop would not really make sense in that position.
Yeah, but did Marv expect D3rp to go monks himself? Because then 3 monasteries would make sense, right? To have first, but I don't know. It's like he would.
Yeah, cool. But in mount fight, doesn't matter how many HP you have actually.
All right, we're into the
Mongol
second
Putin.
game, and Moji predicted it correctly. D3rp is going for Mongols, his ranged micro units, being the Mangudai, and King Marv is playing as students. So Moji, what do you think about D3rp's map?
D3rp's map. Yeah, so D3rp's map is it's okay. He has very bad main gold, good main stone. Where's the other stone? I don't see. Oh, backstone, 2 extra golds. But it's not that important because I'm pretty sure he will go for Castle Age Mangudai this game. He will probably want to make it forward even. So
Okay.
I think he's hoping to get a scout fight, win it, and then send like 7 wheels forward and make the castle on walls. That's his plan, probably.
Okay, and do you think he'll do an all-in behind this, or will he add TCs
Oh,
afterwards?
it's 1 or 2 TCs usually, and then
okay.
Either because if you get like 8 Mangudai with Botkin inside, you can snipe a lot of wheels, especially against Teuton, who will probably just have defensive monks or something. And then if Teuton manages to maybe put up a castle or something, then you try to get him faster and go from there. But basically, you want to raid around, make it more like an Arabia game. So I think that's his plan. Even in Imperial, that's still a close matchup. It's not like Teuton automatic. Even though the siege is strong, it's still possible for Mongols to beat that.
But honestly, I would not really like that aggression in Castle Age because Teutons can just go for standard towers with Botkin arrow maybe. And the guy is still having backstone here. I think it will defend pretty well, honestly.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's not the best strategy. It's more of like a surprise factor. Like maybe Marv will not do the smartest CCs, you know, like they won't be protecting resources, and in that case, like Mangudai's running around can do a lot of damage, but kind of a YOLO strat. Well, he might not even do it. I'm just speaking like it's but so as you can see, Marv, yeah, sent another wheel to the boar, and now the boar is running back because he blocked it, but he
Oh
saved it.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh, now blocking his own will.
What is he planning to do exactly? Oh
Marv
boy.
will try to boom this game, like full boom. He will probably do one monastery to get some relics. Marv is probably expecting Mongo to do scouts, which would be the reasonable thing to do.
Well,
we-
he has 3 relics close to his base. Would make sense to go for one monastery.
Although Marv's map is not so great. I mean, he only has safe main gold and one stone basically, so it's not like he can
Yes,
make
2
everything off
stones
of
on
that.
the back actually. One
Oh
close
yeah,
to the wood line,
yeah, he has
close
extra
to the
stone
lumber
inside.
camp, and another one. Okay, I really like this map. The main goal is a little bit bugged, but should be fine, I guess.
Well, you can add a TC like just to like on the right
TC
top side.
at the top,
Exactly.
and mining camp on the left side, and it's fine.
And then you can also just chop these trees from the wills that come out of the TC. One question for you guys: if let's assume that Mongols is going to go for scouts, if would it make sense for King Marv to add a monastery, or is it just a waste because like once scouts with this extra line of sight are out, like will he be able to get any relics, King Marv?
Well, if he like depends on the uptime, right? So if Mongo is going for scouts, he will probably go up like 26 or 27 pop up, and if he's going for boom, he will go up anywhere from 23 to 25. So basically, if he knows he's going scouts by the uptime to feudal, he can decide to go for a double monastery, just send some more vills on gold while you're upping to castle age, and then double monastery can compete with one stable light cav, and especially if he scouts all the relics how close they are, and as you can see they're also close to the gates, so it's easy to just send one monk out and leave the other one inside, and then it's risky for light cav to try to snipe it because they can get converted and can't kill all the monks. So basically you
Okay.
can get at least 2 relics for sure with that, and maybe 3, and Teuton eco is much better because of cheaper farms, so that won't slow him. Have the
Yeah.
relic advantage.
Okay. So you would need 2 monasteries for this, you say?
Yeah. That's usually how it's done. You can also do just one monastery. I think Terra likes to do that, and then he waits with a monk for 10 minutes to get his opportunity to take the relic, and then sometimes he gets one of it, sometimes he doesn't.
That is a slow cooked roast that you just did.
I don't know.
10
Teutons
minutes.
are a really good civ. It's not that important. Although I wouldn't give 5 relics to the Mongol. It's too much.
Yeah, I agree because Mongols are
Okay, yeah,
just
he's on
like
stone,
Teutons.
exactly as I said. He's going for a castle, the Mongol player. And he went up 26, so he's trying to trick Marv, right? Because usually when you do a castle drop, you go 8 or 27, and going 26, he's letting him know, no, I'm not going, man.
And by the way, yes, even 3 wheels on gold. I think he's gonna click Loom before he clicks Castle Age.
Which means he will try to go forward, like I said.
Yeah, I think.
What a mind games, man.
Yeah, another YOLO game seems like. Okay.
I think that's very important actually in arena to sometimes deliberately go up like with the wrong pop, like make one extra will or one sooner, because especially at the 2k level, opponents is always checking for that and thinking what you're gonna do. So sometimes if I would go for a pure boom, I would still go up 27 just to make him think I'm going scouts, maybe, and the other way around. Sometimes if you want to go like forward Spanish castle, you can try clicking up 25 pop and then reprice him.
Yeah, sure, make a lot of sense.
Okay, so Marv is going what? Stable? That's weird. Teuton stable. This is gonna be terrible if or not.
Makes
He might catch all the
literally no
wheels.
sense to go stables against Mongols because you don't even get light cav. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, exactly.
Mongols light cav are way better.
Yep. Well, but he will catch the forward wheel, so actually it will work out perfectly if he doesn't miss them. Let's see. We'll win the scout war now.
And these are also not any light calves, these are Mongol light calf, extra HP.
Yep.
Yes.
But if D3rp spots the extra scouts and makes a castle at home, then he will have advantage because the stable from Teuton will be useless. Like knights are not gonna kill.
Yeah. King Marv just scouted the 3 on gold, so this may be an indication that there's Lumen coming. Did he get Loom, by the way? He did, yes. Also, yeah, he probably also saw. Now he sees that it's on stone.
Did you guys see that?
Boy.
Oh, missed opportunity right there.
Oh, he tried to wall the scout in with the Palisade Gate.
Oh,
That would be the highlight of the series.
Yeah.
Okay, he's taking the scout fight now.
Don't show him the villagers, man. What the hell?
Well, he already saw that there is a lot of fields on stone.
Okay.
So now he should delete the wall and catch them.
One
That's a
knight
lot of
would
build.
be good, right? Modri, would you make
Yeah,
a knight
but if
over here?
they
Oh boy, 3,
Oh, for
4,
sure,
5,
for sure,
6,
yeah.
7, 8, 9 builds. This Savashi castle drop, man. What the fuck were we fighting, man? Oh boy, oh boy. I think he's gonna drop a castle on that gold and that stone forward.
And
with
Marv is
knight.
not doing the right thing. Like D3rp will wall them in. You will see. He will do castle, then quick palisade gate. Marv should go. Like go. Start hitting the wheels. Yeah. Okay, he will do
Oh,
a
he's going
tower.
for tower. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Doubt castle incoming, guys.
Okay,
Teuton's tower coming up. Oh boy, oh boy.
it's 1-1. But he needs to
How many
micro the
villages
scout.
does he have here? Let me
Now
see.
do a knight.
6.
Yes.
Send more, man.
This is hard to cast.
He's not microing the scouts. Go. Run away with the ninjas.
Fletching, man. Fast fletching. Sell everything. Oh, there we go. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, this
Master
cattle's not
Pizzeria,
going
guys.
up.
Oh, going back home.
And now he doesn't have enough stone to build a castle. And the knight's also coming. Oh, this is a lot of dead wills. He should now focus the low wills.
I like
He won't get all of
800 wood on the bank, because why not?
Well.
We see some pizzeria gates coming up.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh!
Okay. Guys, I was supposed to see some pro games. I mean, those guys are close to 2K, and I said, okay, I would like to cast those shit.
Oh
the GG
boy! God damn it!
Oh my god. Not
3K shit right
not
there.
like this, dude. I would like to see Mem casting those games, man.
Oh yeah.
Top game. Oh, even Stefan is watching, man. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So the situation is still balanced. We have 1 on 1.
Yeah, we'll update the scoreboard. Actually, I enjoyed this. This was pretty good.
Yeah, of course I enjoy it, man.
After
Even more
seeing this,
Titanic than Savashi games, actually.
after seeing this game, this shit show, Stefan is leaving straight away.
Yeah, he's like, yep, I'm out of this shit. Bye-bye, have fun, good luck.
It's Arabia now, man. It's not in a tournament anymore.
Well, actually, Motri was very correct about that. This odd strategy of Scout from Teutons is actually going to work perfectly in what's about to come. That was quite a good pick over there, Motri. Really good. I like it.
Yeah, maybe he was expecting a castle drop. I think he knows there pretty well.
Oh boy. Modri, you're silent. Are you speaking or?
Yeah, no. I was talking with D3rp.
Okay.
I'm here.
Gotcha. Not just making
Yeah.
sure. Oh.
Okay, so what tips can we expect in the last game now? The final game.
Finish
Slider.
against the. Let me check.
So we have
Okay.
Malay
Marv
and
will go Malay. Marv will go
Kills
Malay,
Malay.
yeah.
I think. Oh, actually, now it's kind of fair. Like Spanish scouts versus Malay Burmese. No big advantage here, in my opinion. Especially if you get Celts Malay. I don't know. That's a close one. Depends on the map, actually. Same with Spanish.
Oh, Celts Malay.
Celts
Celts
Malay,
Malay,
Yeah,
unexpected.
as you said, very good. All right, so Joey, why don't you start with introducing the map of D3rp in the north?
So D3rp is playing red top as Celts. I see the main gold forward already, which is not the best. He has also 2 stone on the back, which is nice to see, especially if it's going to get trashed. Well, I don't think he's gonna get trashed, but still he could defend himself well. And he has all golds outside, the second gold, third gold, extra stone, all on the right side. And I think it's not the best map for Celts if you are going to boom, actually. I think he will put a TC here on the main gold and try to defend with some mangonels or some stuff like that.
All
Yeah,
right,
that's
and
all.
yeah, and Moji, what do you think about King Marv's map?
and he has okayish main gold, one side, back, save main stone, one side. So Malay's map is not that important. It's actually more about the Celt map because he probably doesn't want to let Celt fully boom. And Celt has very bad gold. He has both side golds outside and the main gold. Marv needs to do some type of aggression, in my opinion. It doesn't have to be an all-in, but maybe even Trush into Mango.
Sorry, we were cut off for me at the end. What did you say?
So yeah, I don't think Malay wants to boom, like
Okay.
let Celts freely boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he should pressure that main gold, maybe some mangonel war or something like that.
He will not scout it, right? At least not until Feudal Age, so he can't make that plan right now. But yeah, I think Malay needs to do some type of aggression. I think probably I would Trush with Malay. I would go very fast up, Trush, then go fast castle, and then see what I did with the Trush. If I got inside, maybe go fast Imperial from that, or maybe just boom for Karambits with some Mangonel aggression, or even Monk Rush.
Okay.
I think, but I think Trush is the key thing here because you gotta Celt needs a lot of space, right? They need a lot of farms, and you want to kind of contain them in their own base, like wait till Castle Age to do your aggression, because then Celts will already boom up.
Okay, so we already see that King Marv has only 3 villagers on wood. So this might indicate. Also, he's going for the second boar before the berries.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
maybe
it get trash.
maybe he forgot. I don't know.
Maybe he forgot, or he just wants the fast food in quickly.
Yeah,
Oh
but
no,
he
he's now
sent
getting
4
the berries.
vills. Yeah, he forgot.
Okay.
He also didn't scout his opponent. Usually, when you go for Trush, you want to at least know how far away he is or in which direction, or things like that.
Or just do like YOLO, trash, and you will reach Feudal Age and you don't even scout your opponent walls,
Yeah,
actually.
send vills in all directions. At least one will find the enemy.
Exactly. And you will be there when your opponent is in Castle Age or something like that.
So that would be trushing because it's the only build order you know.
Yeah.
Oh. King Marv having some problems with the deer again. Did he play with doubt, or what is happening?
Doubt deer.
Doughty, oh boy, Doughty.
Out scout, more like.
I
But
don't
I
think
think
it's gonna
those,
trash, yes.
I think
5.
those zebras are easier to lure. I don't know if it's just my
I
feeling.
agree. Yes, it's
They're bigger, they're fatter, they're just they do the right thing, right? And deer are smarter, I guess.
Oh.
But honestly, guys, I think they are gonna play safe after those 2 Titanic games. Because
Titanic.
that's exactly what I will do. I don't think we're gonna see another YOLO game.
It's trash. It's trash.
it's a
from
trash.
What?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh,
Oh boy.
So
In the
is this
room, by
gonna
the way.
be an
So,
archer trash? Because 23 pop with melee is like
oh, it's
21.
melee. No, yeah, but he will be faster. So,
Yeah, so
he-
it's like the same time as
so,
21.
like
So
he needs to. The wheels should already be on the way. Like, look what he's doing. Oh no, no, no! It's
Yeah.
just a boom build. I'm sorry. It's a boom build. He will not try.
Okay.
Ah, man, I wanted to see a trush. You disappointed me, man. I was
Ah,
happy.
he's doing a feudal boom, you think? Okay.
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
But that's too
Thank
late.
you.
Yeah, but 23 up for that is too late. He should have gone
Yeah,
21.
I agree.
Look
Yeah,
how
you can
much
even
wood
do
he's
faster
got.
than that.
Yeah, for sure. Like 20. 20. I would probably
Yeah.
do 20.
I mean, the idea of this is very good, but the idea
But
is
Marv
the
is,
faster
D3rp
the
is
better.
panicking. Look, he did loom. He deleted
Yeah.
the mining camp on gold. So he will go on stone now. He's so
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, this is exactly what this does. Yeah.
yeah. If Marv lured that zebras before, he could send a scout forward and start hitting the walls, and D3rp totally panic. You know, just hitting the walls with the
Exactly.
scout.
Also, scout aggressively in Dark Age. Let him know that he's checking out his map. Yeah.
Exactly. And now
Oh.
D3rp went up. Okay, he can still fast castle from this. It's fine.
Yeah, but
Now
fast
he's-
casting 26 pop plus 2 with 2 on stone.
and on
That
gold.
should
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
panicked for sure.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but he did not do the mining camp on stone. I think it's fine.
so he's just collecting the stone to build 2 towers.
Yeah, he's improvising really well. He did send exactly 3 on gold now. He will maybe do 1 villager more, I guess. But then he will be able to click Castle Age.
This lumber camp from Marv is just
You got cut
Yeah,
off. Say again, please.
yeah. I don't like the second lumber camp from Marv. It's I don't know. It's a pleb lumber camp. That one, yeah. It could be like deep in the
Check.
forest, and it's just
Oh boy, oh boy,
nah.
oh boy.
Yeah, also building a second llama camp at this stage is I'm not sure about it. So you either build it
he
straight
needs
away.
farms. Yeah, he needs farms. Not
Yeah, like because he has what is that? 8? No, it's 9 lumberjacks on the now it's 11 lumberjacks on the first lumber camp. Okay, he pulls 2 again.
This is not a good build order.
This
from
is
Malay.
like if you want 2 lumber camps, then do them as fast as possible so you increase the efficiency. Like building a second lumber camp halfway through feudal is just not a good idea.
He still needs to build the 2 up buildings.
Yeah, but he'll get wheelbarrow, I guess.
But now he doesn't have any wood for market.
Actually,
Okay,
he probably-
D3rp is going for 1 more villager, as we said.
Oh, and he has a stable. Okay,
So, click Castle Age.
Celt stable.
Is Marv gonna be able to afford any buildings to click up today, or are we waiting for tomorrow?
He's building a barracks actually. Okay, so he needs
Oh.
another building.
So what is he going?
Archers, perhaps?
Is it an archery range? I guess, yeah.
4 on gold, so 1 archer range would make sense here.
Well, the 4 on goal is just to click up, but
Sure.
I think he's gonna do a stable. Let's see.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it is a
it's
stable.
Yes, stable coming up.
okay.
So we're going to see Scout War. Honestly, I like this decision from Celts because Malay could even smash, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's actually standard. Like Celts doing a stable against a monk civ,
Sure.
safe choice.
And with that gold, I would like to get some map control or some vision at least, just to check what your opponent is doing. Because I mean, it doesn't hurt so much for Celts to get some scouts out of that economy.
Yeah, so now we see the power of melee. So it's just 18 seconds behind
3 wheels
With-
more.
With wheelbarrow.
and wheelbarrow.
And wheelbarrow, so actually 6 wheels more. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he did click the feudal age upgrades, eco upgrades
Exactly.
too, right?
D3rp did
That
loom.
means,
Yeah.
those farms has Urs Scholar already.
Exactly.
D3rp did loom and Marv did not, so that's also 1 wheel difference.
Okay, so
Actually,
it's
5 wheel difference. Yeah.
5 fields exactly. Yeah.
One question, kind of off topic, Modri and Chris, Joey as well. With the DE coming up, there's a civ that can do siege workshop as well as town centers in feudal age.
That's
Let's
gonna be
game
completely
changer.
overpowered. Yeah,
Really?
that's just a typical thing that makes everybody wants to play that civ, and it's gonna like imagine on Black Forest you can go 22 up and 3 TC boom, and the only thing you're missing is Bowsaw. Like this is just I didn't play DE at all, but
I
just
tried
read.
it and I just couldn't
Yeah.
understand what the heck I was supposed to do. It's really, really different. Even on Arabia, I guess you can make very defensive pace over there.
Obviously, yeah, you can get crushed and boom under pressure.
Interesting to see on Storm, guys.
One last thing for that, I think Arabia will be the least problem out of all maps for this few HGCs, in my opinion.
Yeah, close maps, that civ will have crazy boom.
Exactly.
Or you will be able to douche without deleting your original team.
That's true.
Stand forward,
just-
still keep. Yeah, actually, that might even be a proper strategy now that I think about it. Like,
Just douche Persians, building 2 TCs.
or exactly, or douche from both sides. And
Yeah, I mean, if you douche from both sides, you can't actually repair. I saw this once where it was a 2v2, and one guy douched, and the other just put a tower on the enemy's wood line, like the same guy that got douched, and he was instant GG because he could not repair his TC. All right, let's focus on the game. So we see light cap from both players. And
real numbers have evened out. Both are on 3 TCs, and actually now it's 2 more for Marv. Yeah,
but Marv is not going for Monastery, and he's micro a lot. He lost like 2 light cav already. 1, 2, yeah.
In this type of game, D3rp should have the advantage because he's just more skilled. So this is like both know what they're supposed to do. It's just who has better APM, you know, better precision. D3rp will come out on top with this. He's already getting 2 relics. He might get all the relics actually.
Celts with 5 relics would be insane.
It's not that important for Celts. Celts mostly need food, right, for upgrades of their army.
True.
Only very late gold comes into play. But usually when you're Celt, if you went too heavy on gold, you're in that dilemma early imp if you should buy food and wood or not, because usually you're lacking that, not the gold. But yeah, so look, Marv walled off that relic. Okay, he will get 1 relic eventually.
But that's not the best place time, I think, because you invested so much into light cav, you know?
If you go stable up, then you obviously need to do monastery the moment you click castle.
Instantly, man, instantly.
Absolutely. Yeah, because that is also why you're on gold, right? You will use that gold to make monks.
I think it's the first building you should do once
because
you
you
reach
do not have a
castle.
market, right? Because you went up blacksmith stable, so you do not have a market. So that gold just like stays. It's not used if you don't do monks either. So
guys, I want to say one thing. The second lumber camp from King Marv is pure efficiency. It's for 1 lumberjack.
Oh, wow.
The first
Whereas the
one
other
got
is
like
full.
15 build.
Yeah, this is how you should do it, I guess.
But he does have the will advantage still.
1 monk down, just saying, at the gate.
Yeah, well, D3rp has more villages actually.
So Malay should now, since they're both booming, Malay should probably go Karambits, and Celts should. Well, Celts are kind of unsure whether they should open up Woads or Halbs, right? And Siege, obviously. They don't know if they are to expect Karambits or Elephants even. I think something like Halbs and Heavy Scorps is a safe choice from Celts early Imperial. A ram? What is a ram for? That's weird.
Yeah.
Behind.
Maybe it wants to get in with the light caps. I don't know.
For sure, that's what he wants. He wants to disturb Marv's eco, which is the right way to play.
I think Karambits are exactly where what we are going to see because of the TC on Stone.
Yeah, good call.
One question: that first lumber camp is just getting more and more villagers. I don't know if there's a issue with the new one he built on top that he doesn't like, or
Should do.
Maybe it's haunted.
oh.
This is when you should have a market up. This is usually what people forget when they go for scouts on arena. They forget to add a market. Then when they want to click up or they want to buy 100 stone to get a castle, they don't have a market. Like right now, Marv. Do a castle now, please.
Could be a doubt castle if he doesn't place it properly.
Between the TCs.
Yes, absolutely.
Problems actually. And D3rp is adding a knight. Castle, that's all.
Oh, D3rp is building at home.
But it's a safe one. It's back at home.
Just to protect the main goals. Makes sense.
How did Marv win that fight? I don't understand. Didn't he have much less? Okay.
Because of the spearman, probably, I don't know.
The spearman got converted. Well, okay, now he's fine.
Yeah. You could even take the fight with the villagers now.
But look at the resources. Like Marv is gonna be up sooner again, or he won't be if he has to wait for that castle. He doesn't have any other building.
He's
No,
building a siege workshop
super
now at
close.
the back.
Yeah, it's still a super close game actually. Now Kelt should go votes, right? He knows that Malay is going Karambit, so just go elite vote. And I'm actually not sure which unit wins in mass fights cost effectively, Karambits or votes. It has to be
I was
pretty
gonna
close.
ask that. Yeah.
Before the Karambit nerf, it was Karambits for sure, but right now, I don't know, it's probably about even.
Ooh,
Oh, he's
no
doing archer
Karambits.
range. Okay. I would not do that archer range forward, man. Come on, what is this?
That's terrible. Arbalest do not kill elite votes. That's not a good choice. Elite votes,
Especially if you show him that.
but after obviously the Huskaros, votes are like the best infantry against archers, against hand cannons, because they're so super fast and they just outmass them and surround them and kill them. So this he needs Karambits. Also, Kelt can just go onagers, corpse, whatever. So I don't know. Maybe he's thinking, okay, I have a lot of gold, a lot of wood. I'll just do Arbalest.
Ooh, that's an ambitious castle over there.
I like that castle on the right side from Keld player.
Yeah. Securing 2 golds. It's very nice. D3rp hasn't actually scouted the archer ranges yet. Now he sees crossbows.
Some villagers were picked off that stone by Wodies, if you notice. Outside
It's 15
By that
buildings.
doubt mining camp.
Doubt mining camp. True.
I don't see the onager upgrade coming up. It doesn't have resources for that.
There is no need for that. Just elite votes and siege ram, or just like until you can afford siege, you can just do elite votes. Arbalest cannot compete with votes. No. An Ethiopian Arbalest, they don't kill them.
And why is that? Is that their speed?
Yes, it's their speed, and they're a tiny unit. They can get like they don't get clumped up, if you know what I mean. They get to the Arbalest. They don't trip on the way like some other like berserkers are a lot more clumsy and they're also slower. So votes are just very strong against range.
That makes sense. Which one wins in 1v1, Berserker or Bolt Raider?
Berserk, yeah, in melee war, because Berserks have more melee armor.
And also
Volt-
more attack.
Yeah, exactly, and a bit less HP, but that doesn't matter as much. So
Yeah, that's HP, but HP generation, so it's very similar, I think, in HP.
the Volts are perfect at taking good fights, right? If you have good micro, good patrol, you will always patrol when you have a bit more army, and then pull back and patrol again, and pull back and do things like that. And with smaller infantry, it's a lot. But actually, even elite samurai destroy arbalest. That's also something I learned in 1v1 arena. It's really hard. Arbalest is pretty crappy unit actually, unless you send some vills along with them and you do some quick gates and play like that. But that's just, it's not very APM efficient.
Scorpions. Okay. Interesting choice.
I like it because it also if he goes Onager and Boat Raider, he'll have nothing against an Elephant Switch that might come. And having the Scorpions is still good against Arbalest and also against Karamids and also against Elephants. So basically
I don't know
everything
what he's waiting on. Oh, he went for heavy scorps first. Okay. He needs to keep producing votes until he's popped, and then take a fight, and that's it.
I like how he's patrolling the gold over there in front of King Marv's base. At the moment those 10, 12 villagers walk out, they're just fresh meat over there for those 4 woads.
Yeah, I think it's on this point of the game. I don't think Malay can win against Scouts.
Bomber cannon should have been
4 relics.
Yeah, bomber cannons are good against Scorpions, but I think
the votes.
I mean he has a very nice mass of Arbalest, but if he is not careful, oh, that was a good shot.
I mean, he's microing his heart out, but I don't understand what the Krambits are doing.
D3rp should not engage with the Scorpions alone. He should also like he has to force the Arbalest to target the votes so that the Scorpions can fire at the back.
I think siege ram would be better. Like if those Scorpions were siege rams, he could just start ramming the base, and that would be it.
They doesn't have anything against Rams actually, only Karambit, but they have no upgrades. Furor Celtic coming up even. Oh boy, oh boy. Elite Karambit warrior. Let me check.
Yeah, but I still like the choice of Heavy Scorpion. I think Heavy Scorpion is the safer choice. I mean, yeah, Siege Ram would have probably already won the game, but if there was a transition behind,
I agree. Yeah, for sure. It's a safer choice. Like he prevented from. Yeah, it was the defensive unit basically. So he stopped the traps.
He did not want to push, probably. Yeah.
Because he knows the longer the game goes, the more advantage he has with a better civ and more
4 relics.
Yeah, 4 relics. Yeah, 4.
Yeah. 3 siege workshops coming up more. Interesting. Siege engineer's done. I think he's missing chemistry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be 1 attack. How important would be chemistry right now with that 1 extra attack? Oh,
it's not very important.
I'm not that.
Look at that
oh boy. Those guys died like flies.
Now Siege Ram coming in.
Yeah, now that's it.
Just push his base. Yeah, forget that castle. Just start ramming the walls, on the right side.
I remember a game between Stefan and another guy, I'm not sure who it was, and Stefan was Celts. He did boom, and on 35 minutes or something like that, he came out with Siege Ram, Siege Onagers, Elite Wood Raider, and he killed everything, man, literally everything. I think he was against Portuguese, and the guy did the Champions and the Bomber Cannon, but it doesn't really work against Celts.
You can't let Celts boom. It's probably the strongest post-imperial civ of all.
Even more deadly than Slavs, because I mean Slavs could technically do similar siege with halberdiers or whatnot.
Yeah, but Celt siege has more HP, so
yeah.
And also faster firing.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Celt siege onager can take a shot on the face and
Still fire back.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Dies after, and that's the most important thing. Dies after 2 shots, and all the other siege onagers. Yeah, so this is.
Man,
gonna
those
work.
scorpions are some piece of action, aren't they?
Oh, D3rp just got the castle on the right hand side at the secondary gold of Marv
Yeah.
up, so this goal is denied for him. This is looking very dim.
He's trying to kill the castle with Arbalest now, if you guys closely look at that. Would have worked if it was Mayans, but not with these Arbalists.
I think D3rp is even deleting villages because he had more before. Just to get some army, some more army.
It's GG at this point. And call.
Yeah.
GG is called.
Okay, so those were fun games actually for a change. There were 3, and the first 2 games were pretty funny.
Interview, I'll message them.
Alright guys, I have to go for half an hour. You go ahead to the interview, I'll be back.
Sure. Modri and Joy, you guys do the interview. I'll just invite them and say hi to them.
Hello.
Hello, D3rp.
Alright, is my mic okay? I'm not sure if I'm using the right mic right now.
It's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's fine.
Yeah, okay. Good. So we wait
So,
for
how
Marv,
do you
I guess.
feel?
Pretty good. Let's just ignore game 2. Didn't happen.
So let's wait for Marv as well. Is he coming?
He's probably 15 minutes late again. Marv.
So there is. Hello, Marvin.
Hi.
How are you, man?
Well, disappointing games, man. Shit games, all 3.
They were amazing games, man, what they were talking about.
So, guys, me and Mod would like to ask you some things. I have a question actually for D3rp about the first game, or the second one, the one with Slavs. I think it was the first game, right, against Aztecs.
Yeah, Slav was game 1.
What was your plan behind doing crossbows and idle siege workshop in Castle H?
Well, first I wanted to do like just siege tower, but then I saw it was heavy on gold, so I knew it was going like at least 2 monasteries. So I just thought I'd play it at home, see what happens, and then just add scouts and shit.
Did you see?
I was kind of scared. Like we were so close. Like Aztecs is super dangerous when you're that close. So especially
you
with
also
2
had
forward
the
stone.
forward stone, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. That was really
I was thinking
bad.
about rushing even, but I just hate rushing, so I didn't
So
do it.
that's what I was saying. I thought like either of you should trust because everybody had all their stones forward.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I saw it as well, but I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but you did scout the inside stone in feudal age, I think. In Dark Age, you scouted only the one on the outside.
Did I? I think I actually scouted.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, D3rp didn't scout the main stone from Marv, but
didn't,
Marv
okay.
scouted both stones. Well, Aztec doesn't need to trash, but I think Slavs should actually trash on that.
Yeah, probably, but still, like rushing Aztecs with the Eagles. I mean, is it really a good idea? Probably gonna die anyway with that.
You're gonna die anyway, yeah. Except if what happened happens.
Oh, but I like playing like full Castle Age, just micro nerd.
I don't know. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I use that exact expression. Like D3rp is a micro nerd. He picked Mongols. He wants to go Castle H mango guy.
Yeah, of course. That's what I like to do.
Well,
But
the first game was 100% luck, man.
Ah man, you sent your monk next to my scout out of the monastery. What do you expect?
No, man. I delete the walls and then the scout is there.
That was bad.
Why did you delete the wall so that he could get in? I mean,
well, I didn't see the scout, so he went in one direction, so I thought, okay, now I go forward, and then I delete the wall. But then he was there, man. It was bad luck for me.
It was definitely everything went my way. I
And
was
then in this,
laughing the entire game.
and then in the same second, the monks came out because they were both 99%, and they came just out. So what can I do, man?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So
Everything went wrong. Yeah.
he just killed the two monks, and then he came with the archers, so I couldn't rewall. And obviously the next monks were just starting to convert, so he could walk in with the archers. I had no army. Also, I had a disaster map because he put the wrong map.
Yeah, of course. That's why.
Yeah, man, I had the bad start. I didn't find sheep early. The deers were going crazy. So
Man,
I
the
was
deers are
like,
going crazy always.
no, I was like 20-second idle, and well, this game was just a disaster.
Rip.
Why did you
Map win.
decide to go for 3 monastery even, man, and not just 2 and siege workshop and try to boom behind it?
With this map, I cannot boom. What I boom? I have no safe wood line. I have no stones. I have just
But
this
why-
one gold.
But why 3 monasteries? Did you expect him to go scouts, or why wouldn't you do a workshop and 2 monasteries? Isn't this
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did a workshop. I mean, I wanted to do the workshop forward. That's why I did 3 monasteries. So I
that's
get
what you
more.
wanted? Okay.
I make the monks, and then I have like 8 monks, and he cannot stop them. But well,
But
if
he could go siege tower, and then he would be in either way. So it's kind of risky, I think,
Yeah.
if you just.
Yeah, well, if he goes siege tower, he has to go forward as well, because if he's doing later, I just convert it like a mango hell.
Yeah, but
You-
well, he
you
was
don't-
up 27, so probably no siege tower, right? He was too late for
Yeah, he was late, so I figured out, okay, so I need to go
I would
forward
still
now.
do siege tower, to be honest. But I'm a noob, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I think you scouted the 3 monastery before you had the siege workshop up, because he was up before you.
yeah, sure,
I
he
think
was
that's
up
the
before me.
reason,
Scout the
because
3 monasteries, I think.
yeah,
I was already making it, and then I was like, I might as well finish it. Deleting it makes no sense. So,
Sure, he
but,
was
yeah.
up faster than me because I had 20-second idle. Well, this game was shit.
So salty, man.
Okay,
No,
let's
it's-
go to the game 2. That was a pro game.
That was
No,
a
that-
perfect.
this game was also shit. Like,
Marv,
Why
I have
are
a
you so
question
salty
for you,
about that
Marv.
game, Marv?
Did you expect D3rp to go for a forward castle on Teutons?
no, actually, I thought he goes scout. So I
Oh.
did
I
scout
just-
as well.
I just really wanted to do a forward castle. I don't have any other reason, honestly.
I spent whole Dark Age explaining the D3rp wants to get a forward castle and what he's gonna do to make it
Everyone's like,
happen.
no, that's stupid. That's stupid. He won't do that.
Yeah,
That
and I
was
was saying
really
it,
fun, okay.
They don't
it's not a
understand
good
I'm stupid
strategy.
too,
and-
man.
Probably the funnest game on this tournament.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
What a
man.
disaster. Yeah, that was not the smartest move, I will admit.
Well, and the third game was also crap because I cannot play Malaya. I just stuck with that.
I actually think.
What was
Kelp
that
pretty
up
well
time?
did
You
fine.
went 23 up to go, farms, but then you did super late second lumber camp. That was some funny build order.
Yeah, you really fucked my build order, man. I was like, oh, it's a thrush, so I was like, okay, I'll do loom,
And D3rp did
move
loom,
my
yeah,
mining
exactly.
camp, and I was like, oh shit, nothing is coming. It's like, oh, I had to throw my eco around, and that was terrible.
Well, I always do this with Malaya. Just this 23, then make the echo upgrades, and then go up with 23, 32. I mean, with wheelbarrow. It's like 60 minutes. Get
Yeah,
that
it's pretty
economy.
good actually.
To go up sooner, like 21 or even 20 pop, because you had like 400 wood and 300 food when you hit
Yeah.
feudal age. I think it's.
Well, it's fine.
If you do that strat, you should do 20 up, in my opinion, as early as
I-
possible, because you're not gonna make any military, so you don't need
I think
to
so as
slow it
well.
down.
Yeah, or 21 in case you didn't lure deer or something.
Yeah, but versus Celts is difficult, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I,
you were laughing
so-
at my civs, but I actually think I had decent counters to your civs.
nah, you had absolutely trashed this, man.
Nah, man.
Marv had huge civ advantage. Like huge.
No, my civs are better. Just admit it, then.
Gave him what he had: Aztecs, Teutons, and Malay. Those are like top 3 civs in 1v1 arena, basically.
I don't know.
You-
I just like to play these civs.
I thought you'd go Spanish, so I thought Malay is better than Burmese. But
Yeah, but Spanish get wrecked by both Malay and Burmese, so I don't know why I would do that. But I feel like I was expecting you to
Right.
play aggressive with
Yeah.
Malai because late game, if I just make Scorpions and shit, it's so hard to do with as Malai.
Why did you go Arbalest, Marv, with Melee? That was kind of.
Yeah, well, I
Didn't you
didn't
go
know.
Elite Karambits?
I didn't know what to do, to be honest. I saw his Raiders and I was like,
But I think Karambits kind of trade okay with votes, but Arbalest do not, especially when he has Siege. It's you can't push
Yeah, but
fast enough.
if I make just like 10 Scorpions behind my votes,
Yeah.
Karambits don't trade good anymore, man.
I know, but like maybe
I
he can
mean-
snowball, and with Arbalest you can't snowball anything because.
I think you need to go like super aggressive. I had all the time in the world. At some point, you were
Yeah,
starting
but-
to trap my castle. It was a bit like, oh shit, I have to attack, and then it just stayed one trap, and nothing really happened. So
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to play aggressive, so I made scouts and then light cares, but you did the same, and
it's also why I
Then-
went like a lot of light cav and pressured a bit just to keep you in your base, buy time, get huge eco both, and then I think I would have the advantage.
yeah, that's
I mean,
what
the pressure
probably
was
happened.
shit. Like it didn't do that much, but it's just to keep you in the base and drag the game out. So we have big eco.
And then I was like, okay, now it's like I have 100 drills and you have probably 110 or 120 because you're more at 40C and I'm in 23. And I was like, okay, what do I do now? He has better economy, he has the same map control, he has more relics. Like what I can do now.
I think
figured,
you were pretty dead, honestly. Like maybe some really good BBC micro. I don't know.
yeah, I was like, okay, I go Arbalest, and then I saw your wood, and I was like, okay, Arbalest is for now fine, but
I think ours would be okay if it was like super fast Arbalest with Malai, but
Or if you had something forward, right? If you were
Yeah,
rushing
I
already
moved
and
forward.
then you.
Yeah, I tried it. I made some karambits, some spears, and some archers, and then I saw like 20 wood, and then I was like, okay, I cannot go forward, and yeah, then I was like, okay, I'm dead.
Both
By
are
the
just
way,
too
Marv,
fast.
why did you do the monastery so late in Castle Age?
I had no wood.
No wood, okay.
I was also like low on farmers because I made light cav upgrade, and so I was lagging that. I used the food for the light caps and the upgrades, so I was like, okay, now I'm idle TC and I need to make farmers and also the monastery. But when I now make the monastery, I got economy. I fall behind in economy. Well, this game
and that
was
feudal build order is kind of hard to pull off properly. Like I think it's very easy to make too many farms, and then you have like no wood and way too much food, and you need to use the market, and at that point it just gets shit, honestly. So
well, I didn't have the market because I was very stable.
yeah, it's even harder to do. If you do it
Yeah,
properly, it's pretty good though, I think. But I still think it's only good if you do something aggressive because it's like
Yeah,
a perfect eco
yeah.
for 1TC or 2TC stuff.
I
It's
think
only what
Malay-
if I.
Yeah. Just go ahead. Yeah.
I think I can only pull off the strategy if you don't do same light cap as me. If you go
Yeah,
even
I
with
was
me,
just
yeah.
all I wanted was just to keep you in your base for as long as possible.
I think
Because
Malay
late
needs
game,
to
you
crush
just
in that matchup. Because if you did exactly what you did and had 4 wheels forward to do some towers, like maybe you.
as Malai.
As Malay, I think Malay should
Yeah,
crush.
yeah. It's why I was so sure he
Yeah.
was trashing me. It's just like
Especially since your gold was very bad, right, D3rp? You had forward main gold and others
yeah.
were outside, so he could keep you out of gold. And then Celts don't counter Karambit so easily if he's getting to
No,
gold.
like if you have forward position on me with Malay anyway, it's so hard for me to know whether you're going in.
And Malay are super fast in upping, right? You can
Yeah.
always.
If you just fast imp, I'd probably be in a really bad spot. So I have to go
Think-
full castle age, and if that would be really hard against.
Because you had no
towers.
save golds. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you would have.
Yeah, but I never scouted the golds, to be honest. Really, I saw the main gold, but not the others because he had also one light cap more all the time.
Yeah, I think the map control was a really big problem for you in the third game.
But actually, you had the same vills, I think, until you broke into Marv's base with that mangonel.
We did. Oh,
Yeah, you had
Malay
basically
should be ahead,
exactly
right?
the same
think.
build. No, because Marv did wheelbarrow
feudal
in
thing.
feudal age,
Yeah,
so
okay.
you had a bit better eco at first, and then you did it.
But that's why I like to do a little bit of 1TC pressure the moment you hit castle age with that build, because you have a really good eco, but it's kind of awkward to just boom from it, I feel. Unless you do like 4 TC and go really big. But maybe that's just
Anybody else?
Nope, we're all good. Well, my last closing would be, well, great games. It was absolutely drop dead entertainment for me and everybody, especially game number 2 was pretty amazing. Game number 1 was pretty upsetting, but well, entertaining at the same time. But it was either way, the last game was pretty, I would say, close for the most part. At the end, well, Kelts kind of took over, but it was amazing, and it's not over. I mean, you guys can definitely face each other very well soon again. And the losers from the losers bracket and one from the top. D3rp, you will be against Steve Rogers, so we will have to schedule that at some point. I think that will be a really great match as well. And as well, King Marv, you would be facing most likely Magic Crusher or Dark Joey again. One of those two, most likely. So gonna be interesting games upcoming very soon. Let's see how that turns out. And I would like to thank Modri, of course, for casting this with us. Joey, of course. Chris, of course. Everybody. It was a great turnout, and just hope we continue this nonstop for the next games.
So
Yep,
GG.
nice.
Thanks
GG.
everyone.
Well
And
played.
Thanks for the
See you
casting and
guys.
everything, Wonder.
Okay,
See
bye
ya.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.